Wei Yunzhou, lazy and gluttonous, shunned studies. 3 years of lowest grades. No longer fit for the clan school. Today, he is to be moved to the estate outside the city to recover. His spot in the clan school will be given to a collateral relative, Wei Chang'an.
Master, Yunzhou is merely ill. He can resume his studies once he wakes. I will pay for it. Buy books, supply brushes and ink. Don't cut off his path.
Lady Li, studying is not just throwing money around. He can't even recite properly. Why keep a spot in the clan school?
Li Shi, what the Duke's mansion lacks is not silver. It is people who can study.
Ew.
Who acknowledged this document on my behalf?
Yunzhou, why are you out of bed?
8th brother, just in time. See for yourself. The clan school is not a place for idle loafers.
I have been idle for years. Reassignment for recovery.
You know it yourself.
Master, 3 years of lowest grades. Is that based on monthly exams, or only a few recorded times?
What do you mean?
This student wishes to know, today when you cut off my path to study, is it based on complete records, or a few selected failing papers?
How dare you argue?
I am not arguing. I only request one test here and now.
What test?
To test whether I am truly worthless, or whether you are rushing to brand me as worthless.
Absurd! This is an ancestral hall meeting. How dare a junior speak so insolently?
Ancestors above, this student dares not be insolent. But if the Duke's mansion wishes to cast out a son, it should be done with clarity.
How do you want to be tested?
3 questions.
1 on the classics, 1 on mathematics. If I cannot answer, I will personally affix my seal and go to the estate today. This document will be revoked in public.
You just woke from illness. Do you know what you're saying?
I know.
If I fail, there is no turning back.
It is already gone.
First question. Classical interpretation. What does a gentleman is not a tool mean?
A tool
Can't answer, can you?
has a fixed use. A gentleman is not a tool. It is not about not learning one use, but about not being trapped by a single use. Applied to a family, the legitimate son shouldn't just guard his title. Nor should the illegitimate son be simply labeled as useless. One who can take responsibility is the true tool of the family. One who can break fixed tools has the beginning of a gentleman.
First question. Pass. Second question. Mathematics.
With classics you can still rely on smooth talk, but mathematics can't be faked.
The clan school spends a total of 26 taels and 8 yen of silver each month on brushes, ink, paper, and inkstones. There are 24 students. If split evenly by the number of people, how much per person? If we apply reductions based on 3 tiers legitimate, illegitimate, and collateral branches, how can we ensure fairness?
Master, this question cannot start by calculating the per person amount.
Why?
Because the account is missing one item. Who actually took the paper? Who is just a name on the roll?
Continue.
Dividing equally among the 24 by name seems fair. But if someone takes 10 stacks of paper each month, and someone only takes 1 stack, and you still split by head count, it lets those who don't study benefit from the account, and makes those who truly study bear the cost.
Stop your insinuations!
I'm not insinuating anything. I'm only talking about the calculation method.
First, fixed expenses
Should be split evenly by clan school enrollment.
Second,
Actual paper and ink.
Should be based on usage records.
Third,
For poor collateral branches, subsidies can be provided from educational funds, but subsidies must be recorded openly.
where did you learn this?
I figured it out while sick.
you can still think about accounts while sick.
Because someone wants to send me off to the manor, I have to first figure out exactly where I lost. If we go by your accounting, the clan school's post will need to be redone. Redone once, and we'll have far fewer arguments later.
The clan school has followed its old ways for years. How can it be changed because of one person?
If the old ways could be trusted, I would not dare to change them. But if the old ways cannot even account for who used a single sheet of paper, that is not a rule. That is muddled thinking.
Second question. Answered. Third question. The question of the clan. If you stay with the clan school, what can you offer the Wei family?
You still want to talk about what you can offer the Wei family. Right now, I cannot give the Wei family honors in the examinations, nor can I give them official positions. But I can first give the Wei family 3 small things.
What 3 things?
First, clan school's accounts will be clear. Second, students will be tested on their studies, so no one's place is taken for nothing. Third, if they truly can study, their path will not be cut off because of their birth. If the Wei family only clings to the decisions of legitimate and illegitimate, and ignores who can actually support the clan, soon there will be nothing left but an empty plaque. If my father thinks I am being arrogant, punish me today. But if there is even half a shred of truth in what I say, please, Father, do not cut off this path for me so hastily.
The adoption document. Cancelled. Your place in the clan school is temporarily retained, but from today onward, you are no longer listed according to your previous failed record. In 3 days, there will be a preliminary exam in the front courtyard. If you still come in last, you go to the manor of your own accord.
Your son accepts your command.
3 days. Do you really think you can turn things around?
Whether I can turn things around. 3 days will tell.
They're forcing you!
Young master, so many books. How can you finish reading them in 3 days?
3 days isn't about finishing all the books. It is about finding the passage that will save my life. Madam, help me with 3 things.
Tell me.
First, no greasy snacks, and have gold ingot wake me up at the set times. Third, Tomorrow, bring me the clan school's exam papers from the last 3 years.
The young master is guessing the exam questions.
Not guessing. It is to see how they set the questions.
Water.
Gold ingot. Red.
What does it read?
Read my wrong answers.
First, the opening argument is too blunt. Second, the conclusion is too scattered. Third, in arithmetic, you skipped the verification step.
Brother Joe, take a rest.
If I rest, they'll feel at ease, sending me away. Eighth brother, 3 days without sleep. Don't faint at the exam desk. If I faint, please hand in my paper for me. Are you really ready? No. That is why I have to take it.
Start the exam.
It is over.
This question isn't one you can bluff through again.
Vessels have fixed uses, but people's talents are not predetermined. When a clan employs people, if they are rigidly assigned in advance, it is self-destructive to the clan's capacity.
Mountains.
Put down your pens. The rhetoric is possible, but the ideas are narrow. Steady and grounded. Wei Yunzhou, this paper is not flashy, but it has scope. Send Wei Yunzhou's class schedule to my study. You want to stay, then study according to this.
Master, this isn't studying. This is torture.
Classical exegesis, policy essays, mathematics, none can be omitted. Afraid.
I'm more afraid that, in the future, I only know how to beg others for help.
You want to add more?
Half an hour of physical training. The exam cubicles are cramped, 3 days per session. If my stamina can't keep up, no matter how good the essay, I can't submit it smoothly.
That is not false. You do know your weaknesses.
If I know my weaknesses, then I have a place to improve.
Time.
Ready.
Eighth brother, your essays are top-notch, but your legs are still bottom tier. If you can't take it, stop. Hurting yourself isn't worth it.
I'm not running fast.
Then what are you doing?
Finishing the run!
They know you're weak, and they still make you run. This Duke's mansion is truly a devouring place.
Madam, they didn't make me run. I chose to. Back when I was fat, it was something others used to insult me. From now on, I won't give them that leverage.
Run. Red.
Child, you've changed so much since that illness. It is like a different person.
Good riddance. The old Wei Yunzhou couldn't protect you, madam.
Eighth brother, trying to become a sage in 3 days.
Not a sage, just catching up. Your essays are decent, but your handwriting is unreadable. 3 pages per day. Show me when you're done.
Thank you, second brother.
Don't thank me yet. I don't want to win against someone who can't even write steadily.
I bet eighth brother will still be last this time.
Clan school monthly exams. Hunt a gambling den.
Second brother is being soft on him.
I just find you noisy.
Today's exam. I'll first read the bottom 3.
Eighth young master, isn't there? Then fourth from last.
Master, did you miss someone?
What is the rush?
Impossible!
魏长安，坐下。
3 days ago, he was about to be sent to the estate. How could he be second today?
Then, let's grade the paper publicly.
Another topic he can game.
This paper is the best in its impartiality. Written by Yunzhou. Only status defines order. Talent defines worth. Order and substance both matter. All the family rules will fall into chaos. Neither should be neglected.
Third, it is good that there are rules. He proposed monthly exams with open grading, registering paper and ink usage, and 3 measures to support branch families. But the flaws are obvious. His handwriting is still weak, the opening is still thin, so he can only be second.
I accept your teaching.
But second place?
What is there to be proud of? He is second. You're ninth. Next month, I won't let you catch up this close. Next month, I won't just chase to second.
Tell the accountant, starting tomorrow, register the use of paper and ink for the clan school.
Wei Yanyan, you bring this little to the clan school? A branch family this poor. Why even study? Paper isn't precious. What is precious is what is written.
8th brother just got second, and already he is backing the branch families.
Master,
Can this essay be graded?
Wei Yining. Yes. Why didn't you submit?
The paper is too torn. I feared it would ruin the page.
The e-essay can be graded. Torn paper should not hide talent.
If everyone in the clan school brings torn paper, wouldn't that break the rules?
Rules are meant to let essays be seen, not to silence the poor ones first.
Today's lesson adds 1 question.
Paper expensive, talent cheap, or talent valuable, paper insignificant.
Everyone answers on the spot.
Yaining, don't be nervous.
Wei Yunzhou, conception is lofty. But today, the one who should be seen most is not Wei Yunzhou.
Wei Ying, this paper is plain, but has true spirit. Master, if there are branch family students who truly can learn, can we set quotas for borrowing books and paper?
Try it for a month. But assistants should not breed laziness. Every 10 days, a small exam. Those who improve continue to receive.
Just for a lousy essay, you'll get good paper. The clan school is a charity hall now. Today we hand out paper and ink. On what basis?
Based on improvement rankings in the last exam.
Wei Ning 7th place.
First in improvement.
It is not a charity hall. He earned it through his own efforts.
The performance board shows rankings. The improvement board shows progress. They run side by side.
This idea was yours.
The teacher decided it.
Don't play dumb.
But this board is useful.
What is a scholar's improvement?
Not beating someone today. It is understanding a bit more than yesterday. You've memorized it well.
Being able to recite it, it is still better than yesterday when you dared not speak.
If a branch family takes paper and ink, but shows no improvement, what then?
Stop giving it. Paper and ink are for aiding studies, not for raising idlers.
That branch child is like you used to be.
I used to not study. He wants to study but has no way.
I, a concubine, don't understand essays. But I know what it is like for the poor to lack things. From now on, for the school, if paper and ink are insufficient, take it from here first.
Mother, this money can't be given privately. It must be recorded in the official account. Record the use. Record who receives it, and record the improvement.
Fine. I'll listen to you.
Money goes to study too.
This one character spoiled half the essay's momentum.
No matter how good the writing, if the characters look like chicken scratch, you won't even get into the exam hall.
Wei Chang'an said it harshly, but he is not wrong. In the imperial exams, handwriting is the face. If you only know the ideas, but can't put them into good characters, the examiner won't wait for your explanation.
I accept it.
Accept what?
Accept my weakness, and that I must fix it.
That is the difference.
You catch up fast on essays.
But slow on writing.
Please teach me, second brother.
You sure know how to take advantage.
If you sincerely seek instruction, I'll teach you too.
This character, Gi, you've written it almost 50 times. One wrong character ruins the entire scroll.
Brother Joe, rest a while.
Madam, this pain is good. Pain in the hand is better than pain from a fate already written by others. Very poor.
Gi is no worse than yesterday.
Then that is a bit better.
You sure know how to give yourself an out. Steps can be walked on.
That is better than a wall.
5 pages tonight.
Scared. That's all right.
Today's physical training lesson. Only after a full lap may you enter the school.
8th brother, don't overdo it.
No one will laugh if you don't finish.
Young master, slow down.
I'm slow anyway.
But I can finish.
Young master!
Stopping also counts as half a session.
Hear me. Half a lesson is still a lesson. That is how I used to stop halfway.
Very slow. But I finished.
With your physique, 3 days in the exam hall is indeed risky. So I must train. Continue. Finishing a lap feels like winning a battle. For the old me, it was.
For a merchant's concubine, having a seat is good enough.
Grandmother, your grandson has a question.
Today's family banquet. What rule are you going to ask about now?
Not about rules, about merit. 20 tiles of silver for the clan school's funding have been entered into the public account, specifically for poor and weak children of the collateral branches to get paper.
Shouldn't this matter be thanked at the family banquet?
Already entered.
The funds are only for paper and ink, not under my son's name, not under Huiju Garden's name either.
Lee, why didn't you mention this? I just wanted the children to have paper to write on. I didn't see credit.
If the silver is only for one's own face, if it helps clan youths write one more scroll, then it shouldn't just be mocked as stench of money. Lee contributed funds for education today. She has merit. Move Lee's seat. Forward 1 spot.
As the master says.
Li Min, please sit.
Thank you, old madam, thank you. Master and madam.
Mother.
Sixth miss, is something the matter?
Concubine Li, you sat well in that seat just now.
What does it matter how one sits?
Before, I was thoughtless.
8th young master, a literary society in town sent an invitation, inviting you and 2nd young master to discuss topics.
This isn't asking you to set the topic. This is aimed at concubine.
Better not to go. We shouldn't argue with them.
If I don't go, they'll say I'm scared.
If I go, they'll use me for their essays.
Then I'll turn their essays into my topic.
How do you plan to respond?
Money can buy books. Talent must be self-made. Money can buy books, but it can't buy talent. If scholars are built on silver, wouldn't the scholarly circle become a marketplace? 8th young master Wei, what do you think? Brother Joe is right. Money can't buy talent. But money can buy a lamp. Without these, many people's talent wouldn't even get out the door. It would be blocked by the darkness. Brother Wei is opening the door for merchants. I'm leaving a path for scholars. Scholarship values purity. It doesn't mean poor scholars should have no paper to write. Purity also doesn't mean letting the rich buy reputation with silver. The education funds go into public account, not under my name, not under Concubine Lee's name. Only the purpose is recorded. Whoever gets paper, writes scrolls, or benefits, the accounts are clear. Clean accounts.
Brother Wei speaks high-sounding words, but without concubine Li's silver.
Then,
What gives you the right?
On my own essay.
Then write a piece right now. Title it Money's Taint in the Hall of Letters.
Fine.
Money's taint in the hall of letters. The stain is not in the money, it is in the gate. If the gate is upright, silver can fuel the lamp. If the gate is crooked, a clean name can be traded. What scholars should reject is not the money that aids learning, but transactions in dark rooms. What they should uphold is not poverty as purity, but public accounts in the light of day. This piece can be archived for today's literary society. This essay is by Wei Yunzhou, the 8th young master of the Duke of Wei's mansion.
The one who nearly was sent off to the estate 3 days ago, a concubine's son. If the gate is upright, silver can fuel the lamp. If the gate is crooked, a clean name can be traded. Ha! Sharp yet measured. Bring him in. Your essay speaks for merchants.
No!
Then, it is to win face for your mother.
A little. But what I really want is a clear path. If money goes into the dark, it harms the Saudi community. If it goes into public accounts, it can aid learning.
You're not shy about your self-interest.
If self-interest is hidden, the writing becomes hollow. I do want to protect my mother, but I cannot write only for her sake.
3 questions today. First question. If merchants donate silver to aid education, should their names be recorded?
Record in the accounts. Do not credit them.
Second question. If a poor scholar receives aid but fails the exams, is that a waste?
If it enables one to read books and understand reason, it is not a waste. But there should be time limits on the aid account. Assessments, not an endless supply.
Third question. If you become an official later, and the Liar family, who are merchants, seek your protection, will you protect them?
Protect their lawful acts, not their unlawful ones. Protect them from being bullied.
Come at dawn every day.
This is even tougher than the Duke's schedule.
Attend school during the day, go to the Shen residence in the morning, and practice calligraphy at night. They're driving him like an ox.
If there isn't enough time, don't just cram things in. You need to plan.
What to cut out?
Drop the late night snack first.
8th brother. You can write essays, but you can't draft policy papers on horseback.
This isn't just for fun. It is how the sons of nobles network and learn to recognize each other.
If 8th brother falls off his horse at the polo match, it won't just be his own face he loses. That is why I won't fall. He says he won't fall. Then he has to start practicing today.
In 7 days, you go to the match. If you can't get on the horse, then you're not allowed to go. Get on the horse first, and steady yourself.
Eighth brother. You've only just gotten on.
Look ahead, not at your feet.
Only when you can sit steady should you think about swinging the mallet. You don't have to be the best player. But you can't be the one whose weaknesses are obvious to everyone.
Understood.
Brother Wei, today there is no ledger to step on.
Don't embarrass the Wei family. Remember, don't steal the spotlight. Find your position first.
Brother Wei, you talked about lanterns in the literary society. Today, why not light up the polo field?
No lanterns today. Today, I'll just stay out of the way.
Can Brother Wei handle it? Don't chase the ball. Watch the people.
Hey!
Your Highness. You're the one who wrote the Deer Calls Little Feast. Yes, that was me. Your ferocity on the polo field is quite different from the insight into human nature in your essay. My skills are poor. I just try not to cause trouble. Not causing trouble is sometimes harder than flaunting ability. A game of polo. If everyone wants to score a goal, what will happen? Chaos. 为何? Someone has to defend. If everyone attacks, the ball won't go far. It is the same in a family and in officialdom.
A genuine painting by a famous master of the previous dynasty. Concubine Li really spent a fortune this time.
The ink color of this colophon doesn't look right.
Madam Lai paid a high price. Could it be that she bought a fake? Grandmother, may I take a look?
Do you know about paintings too?
I wouldn't dare say I know. I only dare to look at the evidence.
Eighth brother, don't try to protect Madame Lai by calling a fake a genuine.
The silk of the painting is aged but not decayed. The brushwork is consistent, and the texture strokes of the rocks are steady. The painting itself should be genuine. But the ink of the colophon sits on the surface. The seal paste is new and doesn't sink into the old silk. The painting is real.
Indeed, the colophon was added later.
I don't understand such things. I only wanted to give the old lady a nice gift.
Madame Lai didn't buy a fake painting. She just paid a higher price due to the fake colophon. The painting is still collectible, but it cannot be valued as if it had a famous colophon. If the shop charged for a famous colophon, they should refund the difference.
That is fair.
Don't worry, Madam Lee. The painting is genuine.
Where did you learn to appraise paintings?
Mr. Shen taught me when we studied essays. Evidence is not only in accounts. It is also in the paper, ink, silk, color, and brushwork.
Madame Lee was thoughtful in giving gifts. Although she was misled by the shop, it is not discourteous.
Keep what you said.
Tomorrow go to the painting shop and demand a refund, based on evidence. Don't make a scene, just reason with them. You'll come with me tomorrow.
Lord Duke, the painting was bought by concubine Li herself. No returns after sale.
Your esteemed concubine was quite generous when buying the painting. Now, it seems, she misjudged. Can't blame our shop.
Shopkeeper, no need to speak ill. You sold it as a genuine piece with a famous collector's inscription, and charged the price accordingly. Now the painting itself is authentic, but the inscription was added later. The difference should be refunded.
Eighth young master, you determine truth with one sentence?
It is not me who determines, it is the evidence. First, the receipt states a famous inscription. Second, an old painting without inscription is worth less than 30% of the original price. Third, Mr. Shen's annotation only says the painting itself is collectible. The inscription has no value.
If you insist on Mr. Shen coming personally, I'll invite him here tomorrow.
Our shop will refund the difference.
Madam, take it back. It has always been yours.
All comes today as bad luck for the shop.
It is not bad luck. It is the account returning to where it should be.
Brother Joe.
Madam, have I caused you trouble again?
The fault lies with those who use the fake inscription to raise the price, not with those who spend money out of goodwill.
You handled today's matter steadily. But the county exam is imminent. The exam hall doesn't care about who you're seeking justice for. It only looks at your exam performance.
I understand, Father.
Master, county exam registration closes in 3 days. Open and inspect the exam basket. Anyone found with cheat sheets will be instantly disqualified.
Don't be distracted today.
Cheat sheets!
Wei Yunzhou, what is this?
It is not mine, sir.
That is what everyone says when entering the exam hall.
Please have the officer seal it.
You dare to direct the inspection?
I wouldn't dare. But if this cheat sheet is considered mine, it should have a clear origin. If it is not mine,
Even less should I be convicted by a single piece of paper before leaving the mansion. His exam basket was jointly inspected by me and Master Wei.
Was it sealed? When leaving the mansion, the seal on the lid was intact. Now the seal is broken on the side. Means someone tampered with the basket on the way.
There are indeed pry marks.
Constable, that man was the first to cry smuggled notes.
Stop! This matter will be investigated separately. Wei Yunzhou, change the basket and inspect for entry. Admit it to the venue.
If you had lunged for the paper just now, you'd be done for.
That is why you don't touch it.
Scared.
Admit it to the venue.
The granaries are full, not just full of grain, but people have a path forward in their hearts.
Over.
Inside the examination hall, even goodwill must follow the rules. So though the granaries are full, the rights are still lacking. Rightfully, right steadily. There are always those who gain.
who learn, who obtain justice.
Stop writing and seal the roll!
Brother, Joe is first!
The top candidate is that 8th young master Wei from the smuggling scandal. It has been cleared up. He was framed.
Congratulations. This round, you won fair and square.
For this first session, Wei Yunzhou is the top candidate. This essay excels in two aspects. One, it moves from granaries to moral instruction. Two, it moves from highborn to humble scholars without being extreme.
The closing line. Rights do not come from empty words. They come from people having food, learning, and justice.
Admirable.
I have learned from you.
From the Ancestral Hall relocation document to today's county top candidate. How long did it take you?
Over 20 days, matching your past few years.
The past few years were wasted by your son.
If you know it was wasted, don't just be happy.
But today, you may be happy.
County top is only the first stage of the child exam. The prefectural exam is next.
Your son won't dare slack off.
Next round. I'll catch up to you.
I'll wait for you, second brother.
A letter from Grand Scholar Shen. Before the prefectural exam, you are to stay at the Shen residence for 7 days of study.
Young master, this prefecture city is much bigger than the county town.
The top scholar of the county exam may be famous in the county, but in the prefecture city, you're just getting your foot in the door. Then, let's start over.
Top scholar Wei.
Zhao Mingzheng. Top of the prefectural policy exam list.
Junior master of the Zhao Green Shop.
Well known in the prefecture scholarly circles as a master of policy questions.
I hear you're skilled in writing about people's livelihoods. The livelihoods in the prefecture city are trickier to write about than in the county.
Young master. That young master Zhao looks all smiles. He's harder to deal with than Wei Chang'an.
Wei Chang'an is fighting for his pride. But Zhao Mingzheng is fighting for a position in the prefecture scholarly circles. I understand the prefectural academy and Qinggu academy. But what about cornering the rice market? Mr. Shen said, the prefectural policy exam isn't just about books.
It is about rice.
It is about how people live.
Rice.
The sign clearly says 60 coins.
60 coins is the price for the rice. Bagging, carrying, and wastage are extra.
Young master, isn't that a ripoff? What are you writing down, sir?
The price on the side and what people actually pay. Top scholar Wei, not at the inn reviewing your books, but here at the rice market taking notes. You know me, Master Zhao. When a county's top scholar enters the prefecture city, hard not to know who you are. The rice market isn't something you can write off with just a few numbers.
Entering the prefectural exam. They'll check your documents, examination, basket, and seat number 1 by 1.
Top scholar Wei. I hope nothing goes wrong with your basket this time.
Better not.
If something does, you'll have to seal the evidence on the spot again.
If there is an anomaly, I'll seal it. If not, I'll write my paper.
You're calm.
Those who aren't calm in the exam hall have already lost half the battle.
What is this?
An empty evidence pouch. It stays empty if there is no anomaly.
You actually brought one.
Bringing it without using it is better than needing it and not having it.
Documents in order. Basket clean. Enter the hall. No whispering before the exam begins. No leaving your seat.
Being county top scholar is in the past. Today, we start over. The benevolence of official granaries lies not in the mere act of opening them, but in whether the grain reaches the people at a fair price. The people are the foundation of the state. To stabilize prices, first stabilize the people's hearts. Quantity, price, route, receipt, amount released from granary. Listed price, price in hand. Sign the receipt. We cannot accuse the Zhao family without evidence, nor can we pretend not to see the loopholes. Trading firms may be used, but not secretly. The people may buy, but must not see only the listed price and not the price in hand. As seen in the rice market.
If price control only evens the books, but not the price in hand, then even if the granary is open, the people may not be at ease.
Stop writing and seal the scroll!
Fair price to the people You dare to write that?
This scroll should be ranked high.
This one has more elegant wording and greater momentum. Official granaries as foundation, grain firms as supplements. Market prices will stabilize on their own.
One is lofty, the other is practical.
Choose the lofty one.
The prefectural policy exam is not a poetry gathering. This one covers listed price, price in hand, receipt, and audit. Even common folks can understand it.
Rank it.
Young master is first again! Zhao Mingzhang is actually second! Wei Yunzhou topped both the county and prefectural exams.
Congratulations, a narrow win. Your words sting more than your first place rank.
Wei Yunzhou, prefectural top scholar. Zhao Mingzhang has the best literary style. But the policy question tests one's ability to get things done. Wei Wang on price in hand, signed receipt, audit date.
I lost because I trusted the grain firms too much.
You lost because you didn't ask who the grain ended up with.
I went. You suspect the Zhao family. I suspect the accounts aren't clear enough. If the Zhao family's accounts are clear, no one can slander them. If the accounts are not clear, no one can protect them.
Interesting.
Top Scholar Wei. Qinglu said today's question. Just waiting for you.
First in both county and prefectural exams. Brother Wei naturally qualifies to enter Qinglu.
Entering Qinglu is one thing. Discussing the city's grain policy is another. A man who only arrived in the city a few days ago. What right does he have to meddle with the grain market?
So today, I won't meddle. I'll just ask one question based on the accounts I saw. The official price on the board. What do people pay? Why is there a difference of 11 Wen?
Today, I won't argue. I'll just count 1 dough of rice.
Total 71 Wen. Yesterday, the people paid 71. It wasn't an arbitrary markup.
Brother Wei,
71 Wen is not a fuzzy account.
you've underestimated it. Portage fee, 3 Wen. How much does the porter actually get?
In Qinglu, we only speak the truth.
1.5 Wen.
The guild takes a cut. There is also administrative cost.
That is acceptable, but it should be listed clearly. If people bring their own clean bags.
Rice shops usually don't allow it.
Why not?
Afraid of weighing hassles. Afraid the bag isn't clean.
You can bring your own clean bag. After inspection, the bag fee is waived.
You're dismantling all the rice shop rules.
Not dismantling, separating.
There is a difference.
Keep the reasonable costs. Separate the unreasonable bundling.
Write that down. Zhao Mingzhang can list costs. Wei Yunzhou can break down costs. Both are useful.
If you actually take it to the grain market.
Even the essay can't leave the lecture hall.
No matter how well written, it is just noise on paper.
West Grain Market is the Zhao family's turf. A scholar just moves his pen. A businessman has to bust his ass all day.
If I carry it home myself, the portage fee is spared.
If he carries it himself, the porter naturally won't charge. If he wants the porter to deliver, the fee is paid directly to the porter.
Give it straight to me.
If the guild has a reasonable commission, list it on the board too.
Today, let's just try it for 1 day.
Record it as it is.
So these 3 cents, I can save them myself.
Master Zhao, if this keeps up, the guild's commissions are all laid bare. From now on, people will demand transparent prices. It'll be hard for us.
Hard doesn't mean impossible.
Brother Wei, how many cents did you save the people? And how many extra explanations did you give the rice shops?
Explain it clearly once, and that is a dozen fewer grievances later.
Easy for you to say.
That is why I'm standing here recording today. Not just to get the rice shops to change.
To change who else?
To fix the scholar's habit of only writing essays.
Do it daily. It is troublesome.
Today, delivery fees handwriting. It is clearer than usual. Tomorrow's policy debate.
We'll use today's record as the topic. Wei Yunzhou, you're such a nuisance.
The nuisance is the evidence. I'm just writing it down.
Such slander, you won't tear it down.
Brother Wei, why the rush? Scholarly debate should be thorough.
The 8 accounts are open for inspection. If there's any buying of reputation or exam papers, present the evidence now.
I'm not afraid of questions.
Only of ignoring the evidence and focusing on one's background.
Brother Wei, you keep saying evidence. Can scholarly integrity be calculated like an account book?
Scholarly integrity cannot just be calculated, so it cannot be judged by a few casual remarks alone.
Brother Zhou says he bought reputation. Do you have evidence of buying exam papers?
Gu Qingye, you're speaking for him.
I'm speaking for the rules. If merchant aid is slander, then does a poor scholar receiving aid not deserve to study?
The prefectural exam hasn't started yet, and you're already stirring up debate. Excellent. Zhou Heng, since you accuse Wei Yunzhou of buying reputation, do you have concrete evidence?
I have no evidence of buying exam papers. But merchant aid pollutes scholarly purity.
Wei Yunzhou, how do you defend yourself?
I offer no defense. I only ask that the exam papers be judged. If my paper fails, merchant aid won't save me. If the papers can pass, gossip shouldn't be the first to condemn me.
Commissioner Zhang.
The prefectural exam hasn't started yet, but the prefectural school is already bustling.
Tomorrow, before the prefectural exam, we'll first hold a session of the commissioner's 3 questions. Ask about background. Ask.
First question. Is the recipient of aid upright?
Study values self-reliance. Accepting help from merchants
Inevitably loses integrity.
You answer.
Whether one is upright doesn't depend on accepting help. It depends on whether one can uphold fairness after receiving help.
What is upholding fairness?
Accept paper and ink, but don't sell exam papers. Accept lamp oil, but don't sell your medication. Accept a meal from someone, but don't pawn off future justice.
Second question. Will merchant money entering the academy corrupt scholarly integrity? This time, Zhao Mingzhang answers.
It can, and it can't. If using money to buy fame, if using money to support studies, it may not corrupt. The key lies in public accounts, boundaries, and not interfering in grading.
Wei Yunzhou, you bet.
This student only adds 1 sentence.
Speak.
Money fears darkness most. Reputation fears being borrowed most. If aid can be transparent, public morality may not be corrupted. If it cannot be transparent, even a clean reputation can be tarnished.
Third question. The prefectural exam selects the scholars. What does it select?
Selects writing.
selects talent. Selects those who can be taught and used.
Selects both writing and character.
How to select character?
See if he knows boundaries in favorable times.
If he follows rules in adversity.
If he remembers that others also need a path when in power.
The 3 questions were well answered, but that doesn't mean the prefectural exam will be passed.
Of course.
The prefectural exam grades papers. It doesn't look at who spoke louder just now.
Thank you today.
You weren't speaking for me, but for the impoverished scholars receiving aid.
Wei Yunzhou, tomorrow's prefectural exam.
I won't make it easy for you.
I didn't expect it to be easy.
This batch is interesting.
Entry into the prefectural exam.
Even top candidates can fail the prefectural exam. So treat every session like it is the first.
Stay steady.
有2. In the exam hall, only he can keep himself steady. A person of insight knows not only his own strengths, but also his own limits, the paths of others, and the uses of the world. Literary talent can open the door, but insight determines how far one goes. Thus, selecting talents is not just about those who can write, but also those who know what to uphold and what to apply.
Top scholar prefectural exam. Wei Yunzhou again.
Top scholar!
A little triple crown.
You did it.
In this prefectural exam, Wei Yunzhou is the top scholar. This paper does not win by rhetoric, it wins by insight. From self-conduct to dealing with others, from scholarship to serving the world, Zhao Mingzhang's writing is elegant and polished. He ranks second.
Gu Qingyan's writing is simple and sincere. He ranks in the top 10.
One's background can be debated,
and essays can be critiqued, but selecting talents ultimately considers both the paper and the person.
I accept this result. Brother Zhao, your literary talent surpasses mine, but this time, you stand higher than I.
Brother Wei, I also passed.
Not just also, you deserve to pass.
So what if it is a little triple crown? You're still just a scholar. There is still a long way to officialdom.
That is why you must keep going.
The little triple crown is a joy for the Wei family.
From today onward, you're not just the concubine son of the Wei family.
You are a scholar of the Wei family, a stepping stone for the Wei family to re-enter the scholar official circle.
Your son will not forget. The path has just begun. Today, let's not celebrate the little triple crown. Let's discuss a real matter. If a county suffers a disaster and the grain supply is cut off, the gentry are hoarding grain, and the people are waiting for rice. What do you do first? First, mobilize grain. First, pacify the people. First, follow the county magistrate's orders. Green mountains and county waters. First, examine the roads. Why not grain? The grain is in the granaries. Roads are off. Even if granaries are full, it can't reach the people. After checking the roads, 3 tasks. First, check where the floodwaters have receded. Which roads are passable? Which bridges are unusable? Second, check who holds the grain. Distinguish official granaries from gentry's granaries. Third, set up temporary distribution points. Make distribution lists public. Prevent a bag of grain from having 3 different prices along the way. Also, shelter for the victims. Brother Qiu is right. People can't just wait for grain. They also need dry shelter, hot water. You all study in the prefectural capital. What you say on paper is not wrong. Do you dare to go to Qingshan County for 7 days? Your Highness, the prefectural exams just ended. The provincial exam preparation is imminent. That is why only 7 days.
I am willing to go.
Since you're all going, I'll go too.
It is not for you to do disaster relief. Go see and take notes. Go distinguish between policy questions on paper and roads in the mud.
Just finished exams. Now going to a disaster county? That place is dangerous.
You don't have to go. You are now the top scholar in the triple exams. Focus on preparing for the provincial exam. No one would say you're wrong.
If studying is only to get a name on the list, then I could skip it. And I'm not going to show off. I just want to see clearly. If one day I truly sit at the magistrate's desk,
I won't treat the people. I'll assign some guards to accompany you.
Aunt, I'm not going to show off. I just want to see clearly. If one day I truly sit at the magistrate's desk,
I won't reduce the people to just 2 characters.
Tomorrow, I'll assign guards to accompany you.
The 7-day People's Conditions record of Qingshan County.
We can't get through! The bridge ahead has collapsed!
The grain is on the road, but can't enter the county.
Don't wander off. The roadbed is unstable after the flood.
What are you looking at? Figuring out how to get the grain across. Not how to get the men across.
What are you looking at?
The 6th prince asked about the grain. Now I get it. His first question really was about the road. A full cart can't make it through.
Dismantle the cart!
Unload the goods. A fully loaded cart doesn't cross the bridge. Carry sacks at the slope. What are you looking at? My family, the Zhao family, runs a grain business. I know more about hauling on the road than you. Then you handle the hauling. I'll record the process.
I'll ask ahead if there are elderly or children waiting for grain.
I'll take the guards to scout the slope first. Make sure it is safe before moving.
Follow the stakes! The grain matters, but lives matter more.
You really remember everything. Afraid that in the future, at a clean desk, I'll forget what a muddy road looks like.
Young sirs, these 3 carts of grain came from beyond the broken bridge, already bagged and carried up the slope. 2 more carts are behind. Send light carts from the county to pick them up. Don't send heavy carts again.
Getting the grain to the county gate isn't the same as getting it into people's hands.
What are you doing?
I'm not blocking the report. I just want to ask one question. If the grain route is open, then why are 3 carts of grain still stuck at the broken bridge outside the city? If the disaster victims are safe, why are people still waiting in the rain for porridge outside the county gate?
What do you know?
We can't let the higher-ups think Qingshan County is incompetent.
If good news covers up the problems, then that is real incompetence.
You gentlemen are scholars sent by the 6th prince's residence to observe governance.
I only came to observe the people's conditions. I dare not meddle in governance.
Easy to say. When disaster strikes, grain, roads, shelters, medicine, everything is in short supply. Superiors press for reports. Subordinates press for grain. Nothing is easy.
But if the paperwork says everything is fine, will more grain and the medicine still come? Trade routes will be misjudged too. If people think the road is open, grain merchants will send heavy carts straight to the broken bridge. It'll only get more congested.
So how should we report it?
Sir, don't list all the difficulties.
It is not to complain, nor to boast. It is to report the facts. For roads, write which ones are blocked, which ones light carts can pass. For grain, write how many carts have arrived and how many days supply were short. For people, write how many have been settled, how many are sick or frail. For aid, list timber, medicine, light carts. No empty words.
Attach maps of the grain routes. Convoys can be diverted by load weight.
Also attach a roster of the sick and frail at the portage stations.
Elderly and children shouldn't queue with able-bodied men.
Assign constables to maintain order and prevent stampedes.
You're not here to find fault.
We're here to put what happens on the muddy roads back onto paper.
Send my fast force to the prefectural city, then forward it to the 6th prince's residence.
Not on this ward's roster. Wait at the back.
The porridge is limited, so the steward distributes by this ward's roster. Old man, where are you from?
The southern embankment collapsed. My home flooded. I followed the crowd fleeing.
Everyone fleeing says it is urgent, but there is only this much porridge. Disasters don't care about ward registration. Why separate people into this ward and that ward? If everyone queues together, the strong get there first, leaving the sick and frail at the back. So we must separate the sick and frail first, then separate this ward's residents from temporary refugees. It is not to discriminate, but to prevent double claims. Queues must be separated by lanes, constables, stand at entrance, no grabbing allowed.
Easy for you to say.
Who will write the order?
I'll write.
I'll verify.
I'll calculate the porridge portions. I'll maintain the queue.
Thank you, young masters. Don't thank us. That porridge was meant for you all along. A disaster roster is not a gate to block people. It is a path to find them.
Who wrote this?
Your student, Gu Qingyan.
Spend no money. but save the day.
Send it out like this.
Enough for tonight, not enough for tomorrow morning. So tonight, we must first find rice for tomorrow morning, not wait until morning when the crowd panics.
Summon the granary officials and entry representatives. Council on grain tonight.
My lord will donate grain, but first put up the merit plaque. No plaque! No grain unloaded!
Emergency relief grain shouldn't require a plaque first.
My lord donates grain to do good. The people should know who to thank.
But the condition is unsightly.
If not unloaded, the porridge stalls will run out tomorrow morning. The plaque can be put up, but not as a bestowing grace plaque. Put it up as a public notice board.
How is that different from our family's merit plaque?
The difference is the people won't see who gives grace, but how much grain, how it is distributed, who is responsible.
The Xu family can donate and leave their name. The county office handles distribution and takes responsibility. The disaster victims get porridge. All right.
Write it like this. My lord wants a reputation for kindness.
A good reputation comes from grain reaching people's hands, not from a plaque.
Unload the grain.
Get some sleep first. Now we know how much grain there is. Tomorrow morning, the elderly and children get porridge first.
I've been county magistrate for several years, and a plaque finally woke me up.
Charity funds and grain are most dangerous when people seek fame overuse.
And also when genuine kindness is ruined by chaotic distribution.
So we must display name and responsibility together.
The name can be shown, but responsibility cannot be hidden.
Tomorrow, I'll write the public notice board method into the county decree.
The merit name can stay, but bestowing grace cannot oppress. Bestowing grace cannot oppress.
7 days not yet up, and you've already written half a volume. I ask you, what did you come to Qingshan County to see? Answer now. I saw the road. Grain isn't just trade. The road is cut off. Both merchant and official granaries are just numbers on paper.
I saw the people. If the roster is wrong, the weakest end up last in line.
I saw order.
The more urgent it is, the less chaos there should be.
The students saw it. Policy questions shouldn't just ask for answers. They should also ask if the answers can be carried out. If you could bring only one thing back to the county seat, what would it be? The broken bridge is a mistake. The victory report is a mistake. The porridge station roster is a mistake. The volunteer name tags are also a mistake. Take the mistakes back, and only then will we know where the system needs patching. He said, mistakes aren't shame.
I understand. If they hadn't pointed out the mistakes, Qingshan County would just keep struggling with the old ways.
Each of you four has your strengths. Zhao Mingzhang knows trade routes. Gu Qingyan knows the people's voices. Wei Yibai knows order. Wei Yunzhou, you know the cracks.
Others see the grain, you see the road. Others see the roster, you see the door. You always find problems in the cracks. I just fear the cracks will keep widening. It's good to fear widening. I'll submit this summary. But I won't write your names. If you seek fame before acting, you'll easily end up like the Xu family volunteer boards.
This trip to Qingshan County is noted.
County magistrate, no need to remember us. Remember those wooden boards and rosters. These 7 days have been more exhausting than 100 policy debates at Qinglu, yet also more useful than 100 policy debates.
If scholars never walk on muddy roads, the world they write about will be too clean. Something happened at the Duke's mansion. What does the letter say? The Wei family estate raised rent after the disaster, embezzled relief grain, forced tenants to sell land. The censor has already entered the capital to impeach the rent issues. The Duke's mansion, estate fields.
This is related to the floods in Qingshan County.
If it's true, at least they'll confiscate land and find silver. At worst, it will tarnish the Duke's mansion's reputation.
The Wei family wouldn't do that.
That doesn't mean their stewards wouldn't dare. The censor's impeachment has already been submitted. That means someone had the materials ready long ago. Don't be too quick to deny it. If the censor has the tenants' thumbprints, the Duke's mansion will be in a very passive position.
If the tenants were truly forced, we can't just think about protecting the Duke's mansion. I'm telling the truth.
Now we need to distinguish 3 things first.
Which 3? First,
has the rent on the village land been raised? Second, did the relief grain ever enter Wei family village? Third, was it an order from the Duke's estate, or was the village head using the estate's name to extort money?
village head Liang Gui is already gone.
The accounts office only found this spring's rent register. The post-disaster rent register is not in the manor.
He fled.
He didn't flee.
Someone tipped him off in advance.
Father, the censor is impeaching the Duke's estate. They won't wait for us to slowly find the man.
What do you plan to do?
Not defend ourselves first. Go to the village first.
You just got back from the disaster county, and you want to go to the village again.
The impeachment started from the village, so it must be broken from the village.
Get lost!
You! Stop!
Duke's estate! Give us back our grain! After the disaster, you still raise the rent! You're forcing us to sell our land!
No one's being driven away today. You say the Wei family owes grain. Show the contract. You say the village head raised the rent. Show the receipt. Today we'll check every single one right here at the village entrance.
After the disaster, they added a 20% rent increase. If you don't pay, they take your land.
The Wei family clearly issued a rent deferment order this year. Who is in any deferment?
Young master.
We only saw village head Liang's rent collection notices.
One estate, 2 orders.
Must be fake.
The books show 80 den of relief grain. The granary only has 32 den left.
Where did Liang Gui take the grain?
We only received it once. Half a per household.
The relief grain bags have been swapped.
Now we can make an arrest.
Liang Gui isn't here, so who do we arrest first?
If we only grab a few estate workers now, the tenants will think we're scapegoating. The censor will think we're silencing witnesses.
Liang Gui will just hide even better.
Then, what do you suggest?
Do 3 things first.
First, temporarily revoke the post-disaster rent increase order. Second, distribute the remaining relief grain first to the sick, weak, and grain-short households. Third, register all rent contracts on the spot. Take them back to the estate to verify the seals.
Young master,
will these promises hold?
I, Wei Yibai, guarantee. I, Wei Yunzhou, bear witness.
Found it.
Press.
It is him indeed. The second house.
What are you running for?
Spare me, young masters! I'm just a bookkeeper. It is not my doing.
What does second house old rule mean? Just tell us the accounts you kept. Don't guess about your masters. Tell the truth about the accounts, and you'll live.
Village head Liang delivers grain to the second house every year. He said...
A village head spouting nonsense. 2 juniors dare to bring this before me. Let him finish.
Nephew dare not accuse second uncle of stealing grain.
Only that someone under second uncle received grain from South Village.
Yes.
If second uncle instructed it, it is second uncle's responsibility. If a servant used second uncle's name, it is second uncle's negligence. The two cannot be conflated.
You speak.
I only collect the annual customary grain.
Disaster relief grain is also part of the annual custom.
I did not order Liang Yi to raise rents.
Then please write that down, second uncle.
If second uncle did not instruct the rent increase, did not instruct grain interception,
then please state it clearly.
the case of Liang Gui will then start with the servants under second uncle.
Right.
This is not letting the second house off. It is cornering the second house to the edge of evidence.
Duke Wei, the post-disaster rent increase in South Village and the shortage of relief grain case. I am ordered to investigate.
Please, Censor Yan.
I hear. It was Xiao Yuan who first went to South Village.
I merely saw the problem. I dare not say I investigated.
Seeing a problem and not covering it up is better than many officials.
Wei Yunzhou, explain these 4 characters first.
I did not incite tenants to resist the rent.
Then why did you publicly announce the temporary repeal of the post-disaster rent increase?
Because that notice conflicted with the Duke's order to suspend rent.
Why did you distribute the remaining relief grain in the granary?
Because the grain in the granary was meant for relief. It was not the village head's personal grain.
What if you judged wrong?
Then I am willing to accept punishment. But if you know there are doubts, and still demand rent from the tenants, and seal the relief grain in the granary, that would be a greater mistake.
Tenants of South Village, were you all incited by Wei Yunzhou?
Your Honor, no! The 8th young master told us to queue up, handed our deeds, and not to make noise. He told us not to rush the granary gates.
Was anyone beaten?
No, but the 8th young master blocked the estate guards' clubs.
The second branch is also implicated. Your Excellency, please see clearly. I did not instruct Liang Yi to raise rent or withhold grain. I asked for evidence, not whether you're anxious. First, the Duke's mansion did issue a rent relief order. Second, South Village indeed had rent increase records. Third, the relief grain is indeed short. The Duke of Wei's order, not reaching the villagers, is a failure of oversight. I admit that. The second branch grain collection accounts are unclear, and that must also be investigated. As for Wei Yunzhou inciting tenants to resist rent payment, there is no solid evidence yet. But you, a mere scholar, have overstepped your bounds. If the Duke does not retroactively approve this matter, you will be suspected of acting without authority.
I accept your instruction.
The 3 orders for South Village, I, the Duke, retroactively approve. First, the post-disaster rent increase order is revoked. Second, the remaining relief grain shall first aid the sick, weak, and grain deficient households. Third, the lease overlap in South Village. The second branch's affairs are suspended pending investigation. The Duke of Wei admits to the oversight and also admits to making amends. I will correct the impeachment report truthfully.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Don't thank me. Thank the evidence. Wei Yunzhou, if you ever enter officialdom in the future, remember today, good intentions overstepping boundaries can also cause harm. Today, we set aside appearances and enforce family law. The second branch's old practices are abolished from today. Your grain collection accounts are unclear. Although there is no solid evidence that you ordered rent increase, you cannot escape the responsibility of oversight. Your fund to make up for South Village's shortfall and to fund your estate for 3 months. The estate decrees failing to reach the villagers. That is the steward's dereliction of duty. Half your salary forfeited. Reorganize the estate affairs. This old servant accepts the punishment. Wei Yunzhou, you saved the South Village, but you nearly handed others a handle on your overstepping authority.
I know I was wrong.
Where were you wrong?
I await your command. Urgency can save a moment, but it easily turns official matters into personal rulings. Acting beyond authority, though rescuing people from disaster, also breaks the rules. If such a situation arises again, I should first ensure no one is harmed. Then seek the family head's seal and approval as quickly as possible. Good intentions should not be left as empty words. Remember this.
Young master, in the future, can the estate head still arbitrarily raise rents?
From now on, every lease agreement, one copy for the manor, one for the farm, and one for the tenant. Missing any one makes it invalid.
That is right.
In bad years, the rent deferment notice will be posted directly at the village entrance, no longer kept only within the manor.
Now that is a rule, we can actually see.
On this journey, it has been floods or impeachments. The celebration hasn't even cooled yet, and you've lost weight.
Eighth brother, the matter at South Village, the manor already knows. Some say you meddled, others say you saved the Wei family.
None of that matters.
Then what matters?
Qingshan County taught me that the people need to see the path ahead. South Village taught me that rules must also be visible.
Young master, Grand Scholar Shen has sent a letter.
Yunzhou, you nearly turned a good deed into a handle against yourself. You abolished the rent increase clause. Which one was wrong?
In terms of results, none were wrong.
But what about in terms of the rules?
Acting first, and then seeking approval. That gave others ammunition to accuse me of overstepping.
Remember, seeing a loophole is clever, but patching it without overstepping is being capable.
Rescue first. Law has the boundary. Without rescue, people get hurt. Without law, matters become personal judgments.
You're steadier than before.
Aunt, what are you doing?
The provincial exam is in the provincial capital. Can't let people say the Duke's illegitimate son dresses shabbily.
Guard against damp and cold on the road. It is not specially for you. My mother just asked me to help.
Don't bother about being the top provincial graduate. Just come back safe. That is what matters.
Mother, I'll be back.
That is Wei Yunzhou, who won the minor triple crown. I heard he is also a concubine, or son of the Duke's mission, propped up by Grand Scholar Shen and the Sixth Prince.
A minor triple crown is fame in the prefectural city, but in the provincial capital, it is just an entry ticket.
Brother Shi, you're still so blunt. Then I'll start with getting in.
Wei Yunzhou, I heard your name isn't in the Qingshan County situation report.
If there is no name, who knows if the deeds are real or fake? If you truly contributed, why not sign your name?
It is not that I didn't dare. It is that I shouldn't. Qingshan County's flood. The magistrate sealed the report. The Sixth Prince submitted it. If a few scholars put their names ahead of the disaster victims list, that is not merit. It is stealing the spotlight. Without a name, how to build trust? Look at whether the deeds can be verified.
How to verify?
Whether the broken bridge had a diversion sign for light carts. Whether the porridge station had a register of sick and weak. Whether the charity granary had a public notice board. Whether Nanzhuang had 3 lease contracts.
Names can lie. Whether things were done is not so easy to fake.
Well said.
If you had also walked the muddy roads of Qingshan County, you'd know those aren't just pretty words.
Answer again. Leave the method, not the merit.
If only one person's good name is passed down, future generations learn to show off. If a replicable method is left behind,
future generations learn how to get things done.
You've earned a seat at this table in the provincial capital.
Shi Yun has high standards. Today, he basically acknowledged you.
Acknowledgement doesn't matter. The provincial exam is what matters. This year, the provincial exam questions emphasize statecraft.
They won't only test rhetoric.
Don't misunderstand.
It is not leaking questions.
It is just that everyone in the provincial scholarly circle can see. After this disaster year, the court won't only take those who write flowery prose.
Thanks for the reminder.
Wei Yunzhou, if you only write about the muddy roads in the provincial exam, it'll be too lowbrow. If you only write about the imperial court, it'll be empty. You'd better cover both sides and make them work.
Entering the autumn exam venue!
Even a little triple first might not walk out of the exam hall with dignity.
We'll see if he can make a graceful exit when the results are posted. First, just survive and finish all 3 sessions.
Come on. Once you step through this door, all that is left is your examination paper.
You brought oil paper to keep out the rain.
The autumn exam isn't just about writing essays. It is also about who can protect their essay until it is sealed and submitted.
Decrease shouldn't fear the people knowing their reasons. What they fear is the people seeing only orders, not the reasoning. Notices must address the people. Registers must show the numbers. Lease contracts must state the shares. Relief ray must assign responsibility.
What is the matter?
My exam cubicle leaks. Please record that the student will move to avoid it.
What happens during cubicles?
Zhao Mingzhang will write well on this topic. Water supplies depend not only on granaries, but also on roads. Civilian grain depends not only on fields, but also on prices.
What is the matter?
The examinee in the next cubicle seems unwell. Please have an officer check on him.
I can write.
You can help for a moment, but you can't write a single word for him. Someone is leaving. Someone is exiting the venue. Those who stay may not necessarily win. They just haven't given up yet.
Young master! I wrote better than you in the second session.
I know. That is why I didn't avoid the topic of trade routes. I finished writing. Finishing is already half the victory.
See you at the results. Top candidate!
After the little triple first,
now another top candidate.
But only in this session.
You beat me in the combined classics exam, but your essay on trade routes, Brother Zhao, surpassed mine.
You can't even let people feel good after you win.
In this provincial exam, Wei Yunzhou takes the top spot. His paper excels in 3 ways. First, it establishes a foundation through classical meaning. Second, it incorporates civil affairs into the composition. Third, it knows how to handle emergencies within the bounds of regulations. Zhao Mingzhang's essay on trade routes and border supplies shows mature insight, ranking 2nd. Xie Yun's prose is clear and upright, ranking 3rd.
I really passed. You earned it on your own. Wei Yunzhou. I didn't pass. Are you relieved? No. In the examination hall, nobody has it easy. Failing isn't a crime. You didn't step on him.
He is already being trampled by the rankings.
That is harsher than stepping on him.
Scholar Wei, a letter from His Highness.
The Northern Granary. That is the hottest account in the capital.
Before the metropolitan exam, don't get wrapped up in it lightly.
He didn't ask me to investigate.
Then what did he ask you to do?
To look at the cracks in the capital.
Young master, this is the capital.
The capital isn't a provincial city. Here, a casual word can travel from a tea house to the government offices.
Those are grain carts from the Northern Granary.
Old covers, deep ruts. Looks like they're returning empty carts. The cracks in the capital are already on the road. The Ministry of Revenue doesn't want to touch this case. The censorate wants to. Several factions in court are watching.
Your Highness, this case involves the Ministry of Revenue. Wei Yunzhou is just a newly appointed provincial graduate.
That is why I didn't let him investigate. I only let you observe. After you observe, tell me. The account says grain is sufficient. Then why do the people still think rice is expensive? The account says 80,000 pickles. If that is true, grain prices in the capital shouldn't have risen so fast. Maybe rumors are pushing them up. But if the people truly can't afford rice, no matter how full the account books are, it is useless. That statement is too steady. Urgent matters are never written so perfectly. If it were truly stable, there should be storage figures, flows, grain prices, and distribution locations. But it only says temporarily stable. It is like covering up a hole. You still like looking at cracks. Go to the Northern Granary tomorrow. Look only. Don't speak. The metropolitan exam is coming. Don't get involved.
The Northern Granary is not the West Rice Market. Every account in the capital has people behind it. But if we see the people being wronged, we can't just look away.
Seeing is one thing. What you say after seeing is another. I know.
Why does the granary smell musty?
Rain a few days ago. The timber outside got damp. It is not rotten grain.
Your Highness, how many doors does the North Granary have?
3. Outer door, weighing door, inner granary door.
If you only look at the outer door, you won't see anything. Open the weighing door. This scale has seen a lot of use lately.
The North Granary has daily transactions. Naturally, it is used often.
Same amount in and out every day. Too neat.
Ambassador Law, explain.
During the spring exams, rice prices must stay stable, so transfers are frequent. Neat numbers are not surprising.
3 days of equal in and out. Need to inspect the carts.
Ambassador Luo, the North Granary accounts show full stock. Opening the door for a look shouldn't be hard, should it?
Your Highness, the inner granary is dusty. I'm afraid my duty, gentlemen.
A granary fears emptiness, not dust.
Open the door!
There is grain. Your Highness, see, the North Granary would never be short.
The outermost layer is new bags.
Full outside, empty inside.
The examination hall, grain reserve.
The grain for spring exam candidates has been moved in too.
If the examination hall grain reserve is compromised,
The spring exams will be in chaos.
Your Highness, this incomplete ticket doesn't prove anything. The North Granary has never shortchanged the examination hall grain.
Who verified and received the examination hall grain? 3 parties. Ministry of Rights, Examination Hall, Ministry of Revenue.
then it can't be settled at the North Granary. We need to go to the examination hall grain room to see the receipts and actual leftover grain.
The examination hall grain room follows all regulations for storage. Would never dare to be negligent.
If following regulations, then produce the receipts.
If the examination hall grain has been swapped, someone will use this to stir trouble before the spring exams.
Not if. Someone has already burned half the ticket.
The ledger says 3 days ago received 300 yen of North Granary grain for the examination hall.
The bag mouths are newly sealed.
May I ask Director Fan to inspect one bag?
The examination hall feeds this to the candidates.
I merely received the grain per the list. When the grain arrived, the bags were sealed intact. I didn't dare to open them.
Examination hall grain, accepted without inspection.
This is putting good rice on the face and hiding bad rice in the belly. I'm only describing the rice bags.
Don't judge others unjustly.
All exam hall grain supplies are sealed for re-inspection. New grain is being transferred. Must not delay the spring exam.
Someone is trying to pin the exam hall grain affair on you.
Tomorrow's spring exam. Spreading such rumors tonight is meant to disturb your mind.
And also to make all examinees think you caused the exam hall to replace grain.
The handwriting was deliberately changed.
Tomorrow's metropolitan exam. The examiners won't give me a low score because of a note, nor will they give me a high score because of the Northern Granary.
But rumors will affect you.
Then let them stop at the door. Afraid.
I just found out. The new grain for the exam hall has been stored, so we won't run out of grain.
Aren't you going to ask who sent the note?
Then, what are you going to do? Sleep. Being able to sleep is a skill in itself.
I heard something happened at the exam hall grain store last night. It was that provincial graduate Wei who caused the trouble. Still making trouble before the spring exam. What bad luck.
Entering the metropolitan exam venue.
Don't look back. Law and the people's will.
CNN!
Don't let what you see become personal grievance. Don't let what you hear distort public judgment. Whether the granary is full or not depends not only on the numbers. Whether the law works depends not only on the decrees. Whether the people are at ease depends not only on announcements.
Numbers, decrees, and hearts. What you see with your own eyes cannot become a private case entered into the records. Numbers must be verifiable. Decrees must be enforceable. Hearts must be trustworthy. Otherwise, even a full granary is doubted. Even a decree issued is stalled. Officials set the boundaries. Merchants open the paths. People get their due.
Those who can write may not know how to apply. Those who know how to apply must also know how to uphold. The way of selecting talent. First, see if their writing clarifies principles. Then, see if they can stay within bounds. Finally, see if their talent can serve the world.
Finished writing.
How is it?
I finished writing.
These 3 exams have worn me out more than 10 years of business.
You haven't been in business for 10 years.
If he doesn't pass when the results come out, This pawn will be wasted. If he does pass, he'll be even less fit to stay by the 6th prince's side.
Wei Yunzhou is the top candidate!
First in the provincial exam, first in the metropolitan exam.
Wasn't he caught up in the matter of the North Granary and the examination hall brewing supplies? And he still ranks first. The exam papers are sealed with names covered. Who cares about disputes outside the papers?
I admit defeat in this round.
Brother Zhao, your second essay on trade routes is sharper than mine.
But when all 3 essays are combined, yours is more solid.
In this metropolitan exam, Wei Yunzhou is ranked first. This paper does not win by novelty or risk. It wins because the 3 essays are coherent. Wang Zuo, able to grasp numbers, decrees, and intentions. The second essay discusses family relief policy, able to distinguish between officials, merchants, and commoners. The third essay discusses talent selection, able to clarify texts, boundaries, and functions. Zhao Mingzhang is placed second. His essay on trade routes is the best. Xi Yun is placed third. His writing style is clear and upright. His structure is rigorous. All students, remember, the court selects talent. Not only those who can write essays, but also those who can apply their essays to worldly affairs.
I really am a metropolitan graduate now.
You were meant to be.
If not for those days in Qingshan County, I wouldn't have been able to write a 3rd essay.
A Muddy Road is also a book. It is just that many people haven't read it.
After the palace exam, you and I will no longer just be scholars.
So we must be even more careful.
Careful about what?
Careful not to mistake temporary fame for lifelong ability.
Young master, top candidate! If this news gets back to the mansion, how happy the concubine mother would be!
After being top candidate, the next is the palace exam. The closer to the emperor, the less you can make a single mistake. Ruin your qualification for the palace exam.
Wei Yunzhou, answer this statement first.
This student did not disturb the examination hall's grain supplies.
Wasn't the re-examination of the grain storeroom proposed by you?
I only said we should check the grain receipts and actual surplus. Whether to re-examine is decided by Director Fan and Your Highness.
You, a mere metropolitan graduate. Why did you speak?
Because at that time I was asked about the examination hall grain supplies. If I saw something suspicious and said nothing, the students feared the spring unrest and ate spoiled grain.
Officer Fan, the grain at the examination hall was re-inspected. Was Wei Yunzhou pressured beyond his authority?
No.
Wei Yunzhou merely issued a reminder. Sealing, inspecting, and replacing the grain were all carried out by me in accordance with the Ministry of Revenue's duties.
The first page of the Northern Granary record states, record only what you see. Do not pass judgment.
You sure know how to leave yourself a way out. Not a way out. A boundary. I, as a student, can report seeing mold empty stacks and old rice. But I cannot declare anyone guilty.
Guilt is for officials to determine.
I only stick to what I witness.
If you say you weren't seeking fame, then why, after the Northern Granary affair? Did everyone in the capital know your name?
My ranking as top scholar came from the exam papers, not from the Northern Granary.
If fame comes from deeds,
I am undeserving. If it comes from rumors, I deny it.
Clerk's record. Candidate Wei Yunzhou has no evidence of disrupting the examination hall.
Well, cleared for now.
As he should be. If everyone at the Northern Granary fears getting involved, it will forever be full on the outside, but empty within. Before the palace exam, talk less and read more. The emperor's presence is not a lecture hall. Answers too slick show disrespect. Answers too rigid invite conflict.
I will remember.
On the palace exam, there are 3 types to fear. The first, full of lofty talk, but nothing grounded. The second, full of practical matters, but lacking vision. The third, those who think themselves clever, answering too slickly, offending no one. In the end, no one uses them.
I understand.
You might not. You've always been good at spotting gaps. But in the palace exam, you can't just see the gaps. You must let His Majesty see that you fill those gaps to keep the whole house from leaking.
Audit granaries, clarify accounts, hold accountable.
Like a minor clerk from the Ministry of Revenue. Again.
The trust of the realm does not lie in a single full granary, but in the numbers being verifiable. Orders must be carried out, responsibilities must be questioned, and goals must be clear.
Only then does it have the aura of an imperial audience. If His Majesty asks about the Northern Granary, will you answer?
Answer with the system, not with private cases.
If His Majesty presses who is guilty.
Your student does not know who is guilty. Your student only knows that if the system is not prepared. Today it's the Northern Granary, tomorrow the Southern Granary.
If someone says you're using this to curry favor with the 6th prince,
your student enters the hall on merit of the case, not on anyone's behalf.
Remember that line.
What does Lord Shen say?
Before the throne, you must not be slippery. Tomorrow, when you enter the hall, don't overthink. What I think about most is not the ranking.
Then what is it?
It's not letting them worry needlessly.
The Trinity Scholars enter the hall!
Through this door.
One wrong answer,
And all the previous steps are for naught. Or one line could lift you to the clouds.
Look at the floor tiles. Step by step. Don't sneak glances around.
Nervous. Then, why are you still teaching him?
Teaching others to be steady helps me be a little steadier myself.
The people still doubt. How should they be governed? Tribute scholars, start writing.
Verifiable, actionable, accountable, transparent. Figures must not remain only in official registers. They must be cross-checked. Decrees must not say only in government offices. They must reach the people. Responsibility must not be assigned only after the fact. It must be traceable through inquiry. The people must not simply hear announcements. They must know the reasons.
Wei Yunzhou,
Your student is here.
in your essay, you said that granary figures, hidden in registers, belong to the officials, but made known to the people, become the nation's trust. If the official registers are not false, but the people still do not believe, what then?
Unaltered official registers only prove that officials have not deceived their superiors. If the people still do not believe, it means the decrees have not reached the lower levels.
We must make the figures verifiable, responsibility traceable, and the people informed,
not to let the people disrupt governance, but to keep policies from hanging in the air.
Well said. Policies not hanging in the air.
Young master! Top scholar!
junior champion, provincial champion, metropolitan, and palace champion.
That is the concubine's son from the Duke's mansion. Also the one from the Qingshan County complaint records.
Student Wei Yunzhou thanks Your Majesty for selecting scholars.
First class, first place, Wei Yongzhou, awarded the title of presented scholar.
Your essay has both mud and a hall. If scholars only love cleanliness, without knowing where mud comes from, if they only wallow in mud, it is hard to see the world. Being able to see both sides is a good thing.
I dare not forget.
Wei Yunzhou, appointed as compiler of the Hanlin Academy. Zhao Mingzhou, appointed as editor. Xi Yun, appointed as editor.
Brother top scholar, this step brings you to the Emperor's desk. The closer to the Emperor's desk, the closer to the blade.
You finally said something sensible.
My Zhou has truly become the top scholar.
This is a great joy for the Wei family.
Madam, you may cry.
Madam, your son is back.
It is good that you're back.
Tomorrow you enter the Hanlin Academy. The day after tomorrow, someone from the Ministry of Revenue will find you. The Northern Granary case is not over yet.
Drop the people's covered edict. Top scholar. First day, and already dealing with Northern Granary. What luck.
Doubts arise over Northern Granary grain reserves. Capital rice prices fluctuate. We need a People's Comfort Edict.
Since you are the top scholar, and have seen the Northern Granary with your own eyes, you draft it first.
An edict draft is not a policy essay. Every word's weight can oppress or save people.
The People's Comfort Edict cannot only comfort. It must also let people know how the court plans to comfort. The value of the edict lies in generosity. It should not read like a Ministry of Revenue notice. If you write about auditing the granary, people will think the granary is in great chaos. Don't mention chaos, but don't pretend nothing is wrong either. People know the court is watching. Write about batch distribution. People know rice will reach the market.
This sentence, granary numbers can be rechecked. Rice supply routes can be investigated. Market prices can be publicly announced daily.
Too pragmatic.
Why make a daily price bulletin?
If grain prices are only stable on paper, the people don't see it. They'll listen to rumors. Posting daily prices isn't handing governance to the streets. It is blocking the path for rumors. This line works. But it will offend those who don't want public disclosure.
Then that proves this line is even more necessary.
Minister Kui, Wei Yunzhou has included daily grain price postings.
A fresh top scholar. First a day at the Hanlin Academy, and already wants to teach the Ministry of Revenue how to open granaries.
Should we block it?
No. Let him come to the Ministry of Revenue. Since he loves looking at cracks,
Let him see just how deep the cracks in the capital run.
The Ministry of Revenue requests compiler Wei to report immediately to assist in reviewing the North Granary details. Release details.
That came too fast. It is not a request. It is a transfer.
The Ministry of Revenue has an official transfer order. The Hanlin Academy cannot stop it.
I'll go, sir.
I'll go with you.
The transfer order only requests compiler Wei. Going alone feels more like a trap.
Then I'll take the draft with me.
Compiler Wei. The Hanlin Academy writes daily posting quite lightly.
An official only drafts text.
Today,
Let's see the real thing.
North Granary accounts, capital grain prices, exam hall supplies. Draft a relief plan within half a day.
Minister, half a day is too rushed.
A top scholar who answered the Emperor's questions surely can review 3 volumes in half a day.
Review, but not finalize. I can draft a plan for verification, not a final conclusion.
Minister Kui is pressuring you. If you reach a final conclusion, any mistakes will be yours.
That is why I only wrote for verification. Compiler Wei. The North Granary accounts look perfect. Too perfect is also a problem. A capital this big, and grain prices unchanged for 7 days.
Substitute.
Why does every item start with for verification?
Because the 3 records can only be cross-referenced,
not mutually verified.
What do you mean?
The accounts say full storehouses, but the granary floor shows empty base. The market price is listed fairly. None of the 3 match. If we directly reassure the people, it's just a cover-up. If we directly convict someone, it's overstepping authority. I suggest first sealing the Northern Granary's influx tickets, then announce the fair price distribution points tomorrow. Finally, have the Ministry of Revenue, the Censorate, and the Imperial Academy audit together.
Compiler Wei certainly knows how to protect himself.
I'm just afraid the reassurance decree becomes a deception decree.
Then tomorrow, you will post the notice at the rice market.
Hey! A single notice! Thinks it can force our prices down!
How much official rice is actually being sold today?
Official rice won't come that fast!
Don't believe they're empty talk!
Today it is not just empty promises of fair prices. The location, time, price, and auditors are all on paper. If it doesn't happen, you can question the Ministry of Revenue.
With limits, you still won't get any!
No limits, and the strong buy more while the weak get nothing. Limits ensure more households get rice first.
How do we know you haven't secretly saved some for the powerful?
That is why we post the auditors and set up signatures from the Ministry of Revenue, the Censorate, and the Market Administration.
Even the sales amounts are posted.
Let people shout. Official rice is old grain that makes people sick.
Spreading rice price rumors backfires. The easiest.
If you're going, at least explain yourself first.
Someone's distributing this.
Your friends?
They're not handling my personal affairs.
Then what?
Countering the rumors about the notice.
Once the notice is out, hidden prices can't stay hidden. And those who hide prices will hate you for it.
At least someone bought rice at a fair price today. Today is just the first day.
Wasn't there a surplus of 1310 yesterday? How did it disappear overnight?
The characters were altered last night.
Who changed them? Doesn't matter. What matters is the rice is gone.
Please bring yesterday's sealed copy.
Retrieve the copy.
Last transport.
Record.
The main board can be altered, but the copy cannot. From today, all official documents will be in triplicate.
1 copy posted at the rice market. 1 copy to the Ministry of Revenue. 1 copy to the Censorate. The office will initiate an investigation.
Someone altered the remainder figures. They want the people to distrust the public notices.
1 public notice was altered. The East Rice Market nearly fell into chaos. Compiler Wei. Is this what you call reassuring the people through public notices?
The notice was altered. It shows someone feared it would be effective.
If we cancel the notice because of this, that would exactly play in the hands of the one who altered. We should amend the public notice law.
Minor.
We shouldn't abolish the public notice law.
A 3 copy. Notice law can indeed prevent tampering.
You're good at turning a disaster into a law.
This official only plugged a loophole.
The person who altered the characters has been dealt with.
Fool. We wanted the notice to fail on the first day, but instead, he patched it into a 3-copy law.
So, the next step.
Don't touch the streets, or the source again.
10,000 open.
Rice.
What about the 4 pages in between? Perhaps they were missing from the old register due to bookworm damage during binding.
The page numbers are neatly cut off. Since when do bookworms know to eat exactly 4 pages?
The missing 4 pages fall right between out of storage and return of surplus.
Seal the warehouse.
Director Fan, if we seal the ticket warehouse, all out-of-storage operations at the Ministry of Revenue today will be delayed.
We can first seal the shelves related to the spring examination in the North Warehouse. Don't seal the entire warehouse. Too broad a scope will affect official business. Too narrow a scope might miss evidence. First, seal the relevant ticket shelves. Then retrieve the duplicate registers, vehicle and horse reports. And
seal the spring examination. Ticket shelves in the North Warehouse. The rest of the ticket warehouse operates as usual.
The duplicate register shows 200 yen released from storage. The vehicle and horse records show only 150 done.
The examination hall estimate receipt records say 300 yen.
3 registers, 3 different numbers. The problem isn't in one place.
What do you mean?
The North Warehouse may have overstated its release. The transport team may have undershipped. The examination hall may have overstated its receipt. If we only target one link, the other 2 could blame each other.
This case is deeper than I thought.
What is your take?
This official doesn't look at who seems most guilty. Which link? Beacon has records, so does the examination hall. What is most easily overlooked is the carriages and horses. If the convoy tickets, travel permits, and order statements all match up, then the chain is complete. If they don't match, then we know where the missing pages went. The convoy and trade routes, I handle those.
I'll check the document formats. I'll go question the porters and laborers.
Questioning is fine, but no interrogation. All summons must be issued by the censorate.
Understood, sir.
This cart has traveled on a muddy road outside the city.
Wait. The records state it never left the capital, but the wheels have mud from outside.
Perhaps the mud was left from a previous job a few days ago. These are seeds from the northern suburban shallows. They don't grow inside the city.
The beacon records show grain was issued. The vehicle registry states the cart never left the city. Yet the wheels traveled through the northern suburbs. These 3 points are inconsistent.
Old Dadu, the grain shipment 3 days ago from Bikang to the examination hall. Did you drive that cart?
This is the Ministry of Revenue's interrogation record, not a private document from the Vehicle Bureau.
Yes, I drove it, sir.
Then why does the registry say you never left the capital?
The overseer said to mark it has never left the city. They omitted one travel permit verification.
You only tell us what you personally saw. Don't tell us what you assume. How much was loaded onto the cart?
The ledger says 200 shy, but when we actually loaded, I only hauled 6 shi, based on the cart's capacity. It was at most 150 shy.
The remaining 50 shy. Did you see them?
No, sir. But when the examination hall received the grain, 300. Someone at the hall said it was counted by the shy, not by the number of carts.
Where did the missing 50 shy go? And where did the extra 100 shy come from?
If the hall received 300, there must be forged receipts. The Vehicle Bureau omitted the travel permits to avoid leaving a paper trail.
Next step.
Summon the clerk from the examination hall's grain office. Who signed the receipt? Find out who wrote 300 shy.
All summonses are issued by the censorate.
What is in your sleeve? Han Mo, the receipt for 300 shy of grain at the examination hall.
Did you write that?
Yes, sir. I copied it from the original list.
Whose list was it, based on? Which of these 3 numbers do you recognize?
I'm just a lowly clerk. I didn't dare not write it down.
Who told you to write 300? Even if you don't say, it can be treated as forging grain receipts.
I didn't forge it! The officer in charge of the granary at the examination hall gave me the old list. He said the grain transfer from the North Granary was too chaotic. First record 300 as the entry, and the rest will be made up later.
Was it made up?
No.
He is both pitiful and pathetic. A single stroke from a lowly clerk could ruin the grain supply for the spring exams.
That is why we can't put all the blame on the lowly clerk. The clerk's mistake must be punished. But who told him to follow the old list? Who provided the old list? Who promised to make out the difference? We must trace it higher up. If we stop at the lowly clerk,
The chain
is broken.
Where is Chen Shao?
Where is Chen Shao now?
He reported illness and didn't come to the examination hall.
Convenient timing for an illness.
The man is gone.
If he really planned to flee, he wouldn't have left hot tea behind. I'm just speculating. Chen Shao might not have left through the main gate on his own.
Check the wheel tracks by the back gate and along the wall.
Is not a car commonly used by the examination hall.
How can you tell?
The green cars of the examination hall have a wide wheelbase. This track is narrow, like a private cart, suitable for alleyways.
He was taken away!
At least, he didn't leave normally.
Seal off the back alley of the examination hall. Check all carts that entered or left last night.
Chen Shao's disappearance seals the old list as dead evidence.
If he was taken away, then someone behind the scenes is destroying evidence.
It is too early to call it evidence destruction. No person, no testimony.
Where are you looking? For the cart!
Private carts that can access the back alley of the examination hall in the capital
must have an exemption plaque.
The Ministry of Revenue, the examination hall, and noble mansions may all have inspection. Exempt plaques.
Wheelbase, 5G. Axle width, 3 con. Last night, 3 private carts entered and left the alley.
Name them.
One belongs to the Vice Minister of Rights' residence. One carriage belongs to the Marquis of Wang's mansion. And another one. The Minister of Revenue's mansion.
Censor Yan, are you implying I'm involved?
I only asked for the license plate.
Not the minister.
The minister's carriage comes and goes daily. Last night, that carriage took a sick servant out of the city for medical treatment. Do you have a witness?
Even Compiler Wei might be mistaken, and that can also harm someone.
Minister Kui is right. A license plate alone cannot convict. But the license plate and the travel permit only prove the carriage left the city, not who was inside. If it was a sick servant seeking medical help, there should be a clinic's treatment record. The carriage passed through the back alley of the examination hall. There should be a route of wheel tracks. Both are consistent. Neither can substitute for the other.
Please provide the clinic's treatment record from the minister's mansion.
Of course.
The format is too perfect.
The more perfect it is, the more it looks prepared in advance.
Conjecture cannot be entered into the case.
So we need to fund the clinic. There are so many clinics in the capital. What if he just picks one to make a fake record?
The sick servant left the west side gate at the 3rd quarter of the hour of XU. If he truly sought medical treatment, he wouldn't go to a clinic inside the city. He would go to the nearest nighttime pharmacy in the western suburbs.
I know all 3 nighttime pharmacies in the western suburbs.
Send someone from the censorate to go with me.
Did any carriage from the minister's mansion come here last night?
A narrow carriage passed the alley entrance last night. But it didn't stop. Someone inside seemed to cough. That carriage headed toward the abandoned relay station.
Someone's inside.
The carriage came here.
Officers, enter. First confirm the person is alive.
Chen Shao. Save me.
Let the officers examine first. He can't hold on much longer.
We need to preserve evidence to save him.
Preserving evidence first is to prevent those who took him from getting away.
Document the scene. Send him to the doctor immediately.
It is not the minister himself. It is Jin Huai from the left warehouse division of the Ministry of Revenue.
Jin Huai is Kui Wangchuan's man.
Take Chen Shao back to the censorate for protection. No more passing through the examination hall.
Qinghai oversees the left warehouse division, which handles the circulation of granary receipts from the north granary.
Can we make a move now?
We have witnesses and physical evidence. We have a chain of command. We can petition for an arrest warrant.
Then petition.
The crack is visible. No, it is about where the blade falls.
Yeah.
Only arrest Chen Huai. Do not touch the entire Ministry of Revenue.
Finally, we can make an arrest.
Why aren't you saying anything? Making an arrest is easy. Holding the chain is hard. If Qin Huai only breaks upon himself, this case just becomes about a corrupt official. If someone is behind him, today the most dangerous is not Qin Huai, but his ticket records and testimony.
The ticket racks of the left storehouse
must be sealed simultaneously.
Seal the person, stamp, tickets, and keys. All 4 together. Censor Yan brought runners into the Ministry of Revenue early this morning.
Is he investigating a case or asserting authority?
By imperial decree, we arrest Qin Huai and seal the ticket racks of the left storehouses, North Granary, Spring Gate.
What crime has this official committed?
This is not a conviction now. It is a summons for questioning.
Hamish, a newly minted top scholar, also comes to the Ministry of Revenue to watch the show.
This official is not watching the show. I'm only watching the ticket chain.
The keys to the North Granary Spring ticket rack should be in the double lock cabinet.
The ledger says double lock cabinet, but one key is missing from the cabinet.
The rack keys have passed through many hands.
So if one's missing, it is my fault?
Please look at the footer.
The key ledger page has been replaced.
Censor Yan, the left storehouse of the Ministry of Revenue, is at a critical moment for grain distribution to stabilize the people. Making an arrest at this time. If the grain market is disrupted, who takes responsibility? Arrest according to the decree. Seal the racks according to evidence. Ministry of Revenue's business has not stopped.
Compiler Wei, you really know how to make things take the ugliest turn.
What is ugly is not the arrest. It is that the grain tickets have been tampered with.
If I open my mouth, half the Ministry of Revenue will collapse.
The North Granary Spring ticket was changed on Fan Qing's orders.
Qin Huai slandered a court official, adding to his crime.
This official has proof.
I never wrote this thing!
Director Fan, trying to wash your hands of it now is too late.
The paper is genuine. The seal looks genuine too. But the format is wrong.
Where is it wrong?
The director of the Ministry of Revenue sends the documents to the left storehouse. Don't use ya, press, use yi, move. Ya is a character used for internal documents in the treasury. The seal is genuine, but the seal impression is on top of a crease. That means the document was folded first, then sealed. Normal official documents wouldn't be like that.
The incorrect format was deliberately altered by Fan Qing to avoid leaving traces. What are you looking at?
At Shen hour, Director Fan was at the examination hall's grain storeroom, sealing grain. The imperial censor and junior officials in charge of the examination hall, and the attendants of the 6th Prince's residence, all have records. Records do exist. At Shen hour, Director Fan was at the examination hall grain storeroom, sealing grain. He couldn't have been at the examination hall sealing grain, and simultaneously at the Ministry of Revenue, writing a directive for the left treasury.
The forged directive will be recorded separately.
Qin Huai, who gave you the forged directive? You can continue to stay silent. But the missing pages of the forged directive, the tally for 3 horse carriages, Han Mo's old records, and Chen Shao's testimony are already enough to send you to prison pending trial.
I'm not the mastermind! Then who is the mastermind?
The Changqing Bank. The silver went through the Changqing Bank. Whoever took the bank draft knows.
The North Granary case involves opening the bank's silver draft box. Banks keep their word. They can't casually open customer accounts. It is not casual. It is by order to investigate the silver drafts involved in the case.
First look under Qin Huai's name, then look for aliases. The shopkeeper's hands trembled when hearing alias. That means there is an alias. There is not much under Qin Huai's own name. 3 sums of silver use the same code.
What code?
Not a formal name. It is a countermark.
Where did the silver go? 1 sum went to Nanam Villa in the western suburbs. 1 sum went to Qingwen Book Society. 1 sum was transferred to the external account of the Minister of Revenue's residence.
3 streams. Just because it is 3 places doesn't mean all 3 are guilty. We need to see the purpose.
Qin Huai used the North Granary silver to buy a clean reputation.
Or used lecture silver to cover the draft flow.
The Book Society only accepts donations. They don't ask about the source.
That is exactly why we should ask. If a clean reputation doesn't question its source, it can also become dirty.
Heavy carts passed through here.
This is the Kui Family Charity School. Are you gentlemen sure you're looking in the right place?
A charity school shouldn't have official greenbacks.
Open the door and check the seals.
This isn't a charity school. This is a granary.
The bags have been reskinned.
Official grain rebacked under the name of the charity school.
Hiding grain under the name of charity is worse than hiding it in a granary. The quantity is off by 300, but it can make up for the 50 dan the convoy under delivery. North Granary issues 200. The convoy actually transported 150. The 50 dan skimmed off. Might be here. What about the extra 100 dan? Written off by the examination hall. Maybe that 100 dan never existed. Only on paper. Sensei.
This is the Kui Family Charity School. The grain stored here is to relieve poor scholars after the spring examinations. Relieve scholars using old official greenbacks from the North Granary.
Top scholar Wei, you built your reputation on the backs of poor scholars.
Now you want to seize even the charity school's grain.
Charity grain can earn you a good name, but official grain cannot be rebacked.
If this grain was truly bought by the Kui Charity School, please produce the purchase receipts. Without receipts, it must be sealed and verified first. Shortage at the North Granary. Falsified receipts at the examination hall. Splits from the bank. Grain hidden in the charity school.
The chain is finally connected.
We haven't reached Kui Wanghan yet.
His brother-in-law, his external accounts, his charity school, still not enough!
Enough for suspicion, not for conviction.
If we rush to convict Kui Wangchuan, Qinhuai and Kui Yansheng could claim they acted on his behalf. To pin it on him indisputably, we must see whether the Minister of Revenue personally suppressed the North Granary audit. Tomorrow at court.
Kui Wangchuan, these 8 characters, did you approve them?
I did. The spring examinations were imminent. Grain prices in the capital were fluctuating. To stabilize public sentiment, I did not wish to trigger panic by auditing the North Granary.
Your Majesty, I dare not say Minister Qa is guilty. I merely present the chain of evidence.
All 4 incidents came to light after Minister Qa approved the suspension of the audit. I failed to supervise my subordinates. That is negligence.
But to say I orchestrated it, there is still no hard evidence.
Wei Yunzhou. Speak.
I dare not say Minister Q orchestrated it. Let me say, the North Granary case fears 2 things most. First, pinning all the blame on Qinhuai. The hands further up the chain remain forever clean. Second, in order to catch those higher up, completely paralyzing the Ministry of Revenue, the grain price in the capital will destabilize first. So I believe we should first suspend the Minister Q's authority over the North Granary, hand it over for tripartite review, detain and interrogate Qinhuai, and place Zhenshao and Hummel under protective questioning. Return the Nandan grain bags to the granary, verify and seal them, and keep the rice market open with public announcements. Investigate people without disrupting operations. Replenish the granary without unsettling the market. This way, we neither let the guilty escape nor harm the common people.
Investigate people without disrupting operations.
Shuangyuan, do you think the winner today is Qinhuai? What you have opened today is the door to factional strife.
If what is behind that door is government grain, then it should be opened. After today, you will have no peace in the capital. Since the day I entered the capital, I never expected peace.
First,
the North Granary case is not closed. Kui Wangchuan is only temporarily removed from the North Granary. He is not finished.
So what is the next step?
The grain transport from Jiangnan.
The North Granary has just been temporarily secured.
And you were sent to Jiangnan. Someone wants you out of the capital.
The grain transport from Jiangnan into the capital is one of the sources for the North Granary. If the source is unclean, no matter how well we replenish the North Granary, it will leak again. I understand. Jiangnan is not the capital. There, waterways, granaries, boat guilds, and local officials are all entangled. It is even harder to see through than the North Granary.
Then see through the waterways.
You've only been Zhuangyuan for a few days, and now you're off to Jiangnan again.
I'm only accompanying the Ministry of Revenue as an observer.
Not investigating alone.
You always say it is just looking, and every time you come back battered by the storm.
The Jiangnan grain transport involves vast interests.
Remember, don't overreach.
Escort guards have been arranged.
It is humid in Jiangnan. Don't come back sick again.
I will return safely.
You must be tired from the journey. I have prepared the grain transport ledgers, granaries, and fleet for you.
Why are the grain bags wet?
It rains a lot in Jiangnan. Only the outer bags are damp. The grain is not damaged.
The accounts say this spring's grain transport into the granary was 200,000 shy, 120,000 shy for awaiting transport to the capital.
Quite a number of boats.
But the unloading speed at the dock today is very slow.
Too uniform. Every boat reports a loss of exactly 10%.
Losses can be this uniform.
Accounts that are too neat are often for show.
Sir.
Not necessarily for the actual work. This isn't just the outer back being wet.
Only a few bags have gotten damp. Just replace the bags.
Secretary He, is there a procedure for checking moisture before grain enters the granary?
If there is damp grain, it must be set aside for re-inspection. Must not be mixed into the main granary.
Then please set it aside according to procedure.
Editor Wei.
It is the rainy season south of the Yangtze. If we set aside every bag, we'll miss today's storage deadline.
Putting damp grain into the main granary delays more than just today. This bag cannot go into the granary. This bag is from the Yongsheng number 3 boat.
Yongsheng number 3 only has this one bag damp.
Then why do 3 bags from the same boat, same layer, have identical clumping? Moisture in the same layer on the same boat is no accident.
Sir, I only transport grain. I wouldn't dare damage it.
Why is there standing water in the hold?
The deck boards are old and leaky. I reported it for repair, but the shipping company said this year we're rushing deliveries. Just make do for this trip.
This isn't about one bag of damp grain. It is that this boat shouldn't be carrying grain at all.
There are many boats south of the Yangtze. A few old boats are nothing unusual.
Not surprising.
It was repaired 3 days ago. Today the bilge is rotten like this. Damp grain cannot enter the granary. Old boats cannot load grain. Otherwise, when the grain tribute reaches the capital, the accounts will still show full quantities, while the rice has already spoiled on the way. Seal Yongsheng number 3. Set aside all grain from that boat.
Find out who pushed Yongsheng number 3 under their noses.
This boat can't hold 300 yen.
The grain is packed tight. 300 dan is the full amount on the ticket. Actual loading is adjusted by water level.
The ticket says 300. The boat can only hold 200. The remaining 100 is the grain on the water or just on paper. The northern granaries have false receipts. There may be duplicate tickets south of the Yangtze.
What are duplicate tickets?
One boat carries grain for 2 tickets, or one boat's grain goes through 2 tickets.
Why 2 tickets for one boat?
One is the original ticket.
A replacement ticket should cancel the original.
But both were entered into the ledger. One boat, 2 tickets. That means 1 extra boatload of grain on the books. Seal the ticket office and the supplementary ledgers. Only tell what you've moved, not what you guessed.
Sometimes a boatload of grain is unloaded during the day. At night, a new tag is hung and it is weighed again.
The grain never moved. Only the tag.
We just moved the tags. We didn't dare ask.
Grain unmoved. Tag moved. Both stays. Ticket travels.
The ticket office made a recording error. The shipping office failed to verify. I accept punishment. Assistant Magistrate, Luke missed a recording error. Not a duplicate ticket. That would only create 1 extra ticket. If it were a duplicate ticket, it would mean 1 extra boatload of grain. The difference isn't just a word.
It is grain.
Tomorrow, inspect the weighing station.
I'll cooperate.
Who burned it?
Last night we burned duplicate boat tags.
I was just following orders to clear out old tags.
Whose orders?
Burning the tags is because they prove the boat never moved. But the ticket did.
Seal the weighing station. Count the remaining tags.
Same boat, same day, weighed twice. The weight difference is only 20 jin. 20 jin difference is normal margin of error.
No. No difference. That is all. Unless it is the same boat with the same grain. The boat passed the route twice. The ledger shows 2 boatloads. One piece of duplicate puzzle is averted.
If Squire he posts this notice,
the grain depot will panic.
If we don't post it, rumors will cause more chaos. The notice should clarify that only suspicious tickets are being reviewed.
Normal grain boats will not be stopped.
Yes.
Normal grain boats will continue to enter the depot. Suspected duplicate ticket boats will be reviewed separately. Don't disrupt grain transport.
Investigate without disrupting work. Only then will people dare to tell the truth. The remaining tags from the weighing station. They've pieced them together.
The tally cards can only get me past the weighing station, not stop me if they find the master tally for the granary. It'll be a different story.
But hasn't the master tally already been sent away?
Sent to the Shen family salt depot.
The Shen Salt Depot was only mentioned last night, and today, it is being inspected as a private warehouse.
Gentlemen, the salt depot is private property. It has nothing to do with the grain transport.
The Shen Salt Depot is linked to the whereabouts of the granary's master tally. Open the door and let us inspect.
I've never heard of.
There shouldn't be rice bran on the floor of a salt depot.
Open the door.
Sir, see for yourself. It is all salt.
The salt is mixed with rice bran. The back is empty. The master tally is real. That means what was burned during the policy change was only a duplicate. The real master tally was hidden here.
I'm the caretaker. I don't know where any of this came from. The Shen Salt Depot isn't just a private warehouse.
Someone rented it under the name of the Transport Bureau's external office. Lu Shuliang said it had nothing to do with the grain transport.
Now it does.
I don't know who borrowed the Transport Bureau's external office name.
Commissioner Lu can claim ignorance.
But the granary master tally and the boat tallies already prove one thing. The discrepancy in China's grain accounts didn't start in granary. It started across the board boat tickets, tally cards, warehouse allocations. Report this immediately and petition to seal the Transport Bureau's grain ledgers.
The account archive is on fire.
Seal the doors first! Don't let anyone smuggle out the registers!
Block the front and back doors.
Only firefighters enter! Check what living registers! Over there! The file was meant to describe everything!
It was a diversion to swap some out. I was on night duty.
But someone said Vice Prefect. Lu wanted the registers. So I unlocked the door. The archive wasn't broken into by the fire.
It was opened by an insider. What they wanted to destroy. Here are the duplicate records from the archive.
The ledgers were torn.
But the duplicates remain. The arsonist didn't know they were duplicates. Vice Prefect Lu, the archive caught fire tonight.
How do you explain this? I just learned of it myself. It must be negligence by my subordinates.
Consider that also as negligence by a subordinate.
Mr. P, now's the time to petition for sealing Transport Bureau's main accounts.
3 copies of the ship. Register.
He got through!
Register.
Many grain boats. Scratches don't tell which one. But that night, Yongsheng number 3 had a different tag.
I saw it.
The tag didn't say Yongsheng number 3. It said Guangsheng number 7.
Swapped ship tags to pass the lock. Ship locks don't check the vessel by tag.
This line was rewritten. Why was it rewritten?
Heavy rain that night, recorded the next day.
It wasn't recorded the next day. It was rewritten after the ledger got wet. Meaning, someone first destroyed the original record, then made a new one.
Old ledgers at Feng Shui Lock.
I'm not asking who took money, just what you saw that night.
That night, Yongsheng number 3 passed the lock empty. Very shallow draft. But the weighbridge logged it carrying 300 dan of grain.
And people could it.
We rope haulers can see the water line. But we don't get to write the books.
Today you did.
The dock said 300. The weighbridge said twice. The lock said it didn't pass. The boatman said it passed empty.
Means they didn't just fudge one entry. They used tickets, tags, and locks all separately.
Gan Lu Shuliang, an assistant magistrate alone. Keep all these cogs in line.
Maybe it wasn't just him.
Who else?
Salt and grain old rules.
They used the salt ship procedure.
Exposed. Guangzhou number 7 is a salt vessel.
So Yongsheng number 3 swapped to Guangzhou number 7 as tag to pass.
Not just swapping tags. Salt boats pass with looser inspection. Grain boats are strictly checked. They use the salt ship procedure to bypass grain verification. The old salt grain rules were meant for salt transport efficiency. Now it is a loophole for grain theft. If old rules aren't patched, new corruption will exploit them.
Your Honorable Magistrates, the Shen family salt shipping has permits and records. Not a single grain of official grain transported. Investigate Guangsheng number 7.
Doesn't that implicate the Shen family?
If the ship wasn't carrying grain, the permit might still have been borrowed.
I don't know about this.
It was the transport office's external staff who said they needed to inspect and swap the permits. I thought they were officials.
The Shen family lent out their ship permits for salt transport, but never verified the receipts. The Shen family admits negligence and is willing to cooperate in the investigation.
That half day was exactly when the empty Yongsheng number 3 was passing through the lock.
Assistant Magistrate Liu, your salt ship permit was borrowed by the transport office's external staff. You say you didn't know?
The transport office handles many miscellaneous matters daily. If external staff borrowed a permit, I might not necessarily know about it.
Assistant Magistrate Liu, under established practice, you could help ships pass through, or you could help hide them. Which one did you approve?
I can confess, but I want to see the person from the capital.
Without a nod from someone in the capital, no one in Jiangnan would dare touch the master grain permits.
Who is it?
I want a guarantee of safety in writing.
Still bargaining at a time like this!
Letting him state conditions isn't the same as agreeing to them. You can't escape guilt, but if you reveal those upstream, we will faithfully report it to the throne.
Pei Shaoan of the Grain Transport Bureau, Ministry of Revenue. Pei Shaoan is a director in the Grain Transport Bureau, Ministry of Revenue. He is in charge of verifying grain shipments entering the capital.
If he gave the nod, the heavy permits from Jiangnan would be accepted in the capital. Then the Northern Granary case and the Jiangnan grain shipping line would be connected.
False grain in Jiangnan, false acceptance in the capital. Someone in between must be covering it. If we implicate Pei Shaoan, it is more than just a Jiangnan case. That is why we can't rely only on Lu Shuliang's confession.
We need Pei Shaoan's signed acknowledgement.
Jiangnan releases the ships. The capital waives inspection. The chain is complete. Once it's authorized in the capital, the Ministry of Revenue will issue it.
Or it might be intercepted en route. One box goes by courier road. A copy goes by water. And a summary is secretly delivered via the 6 prince's residence.
3 routes to the capital. They're splitting the evidence for transport.
Protect the evidence!
If something happens on the courier road...
There is a barrier net ahead.
The water route isn't the main one either. So where is the real evidence? Take the least conspicuous route.
Oldmar is delivering fish again today. Just some everyday goods.
The least conspicuous person is actually the safest. Hard work.
Once the officials finish checking the waterway accounts, we rope pullers won't be wrongly accused for nothing.
Falsified shipments from Jiangnan, exempted inspections in the capital, fictitious receipts at Northern Granaries, and bogus grain transports. All these must be merged into a single case.
Pei Shaoan is the director of the Grain Transport Bureau in the Ministry of Revenue. To arrest him, we must go before the Emperor.
Your Majesty, I suggest we first seal the document rack of the Grain Transport Bureau, then arrest Pei Shaoan. Otherwise, if we take him first, the rack will be emptied.
They still got it through.
Falsified shipments from Jiangnan.
Fictitious receipts in the capital.
Who signed off on this?
The director of the Grain Transport Bureau, Ministry of Revenue. Pei Shaoan.
Is the evidence complete?
Lu Shuliang's testimony, Pei Shaoan's reply records, and grain transport, loan logs, originals and copies are all here.
First, seal the document rack of the Grain Transport Bureau. Then summon Pei Shaoan. I want to see the accounts, not hear arguments. By Imperial Decree, seal the document rack of the Grain Transport Bureau. Censor Yen, you're too late. The document rack was already archived to the Inner Treasury last night per standard procedure. The Imperial Decree hasn't arrived yet. Police, step aside. The Ministry of Revenue's document circulation has always had archiving procedures.
But standard procedure shouldn't only archive the rack in question.
Rack C in the Inner Treasury was abandoned 3 years ago.
Item 1.
Where is Rack C?
Abandoned racks and old items are mostly moved to the west storage.
But these reply documents are paper. Why are they stained with rice bran and salt powder?
To the west storage.
The old storage is messy. It may take a while to find it.
Open them one by one.
Shemel.
120,000 bushel. This is no small leak.
This isn't a single accounting error.
It is a whole system of false balancing.
Falsified shipments from Jiangnan, fictitious receipts in the capital. They use the reply documents to confirm the accounts.
If not for this false balancing, grain prices in the capital would have been thrown into chaos long ago.
So you admit to false balancing?
Pei Shaoan, was it you who approved the reply documents for Jiangnan grain transport? You oversaw the total of 120,000 pickles deficit.
Oversight doesn't mean I masterminded it.
You knew about the deficit, yet you still let the capital waive inspection. You think I wanted to? The deficit at the North Granary didn't appear overnight. Like grain from the South, official granary sitting empty, fluctuating grain prices. Every single one is a leak!
No matter how big the leaks, you can't patch them with false accounts.
It was an order from above. Who's above?
The endorsement is genuine, but it didn't explicitly instruct you to falsify shipments and receipts.
Could officialese really be that blunt?
No, it couldn't. So it can't be used as a free pass for you. That phrase stabilize first, replenish later. It could mean stabilize the grain market first, and replenish the system later. Or you could twist it to stabilize false accounts first, and replenish the deficit later. You chose the latter.
Pei Shaoan, if you only confess to the 120,000 pickles deficit you personally incurred, you'll shoulder that alone. I can't bear it alone! Then name someone who can.
The external books aren't in the Ministry of Revenue.
Where are they?
With Zhou Wei, the accountant in the Koshai residence. But if you go now, you might not find him anymore.